All right, so I am still cleaning up and I saw a squirrel. Not one of those squirrels. I'm going through boxes of stuff that I ordered and then just never had time to complete. I've got a hour meter that'll run, this'll run between 110 to 220, and I'm kind of ready to take a little break from cleaning. So what I'm gonna do is take this hour meter and put it over here on my air compressor. So anyway, I'm gonna take and mount this on the air compressor. I'm gonna need a couple connectors to go on here, and then I'm just gonna pull probably some small wire. Doesn't matter, I'm not gonna be able to get it big enough to match the breaker size, so I'm just gonna use a couple small wires. I think this will work right here. So let's just cut about a foot of this, and we'll strip it. It got hot. Not too happy about these terminals that are sticking out. So I think what I'm gonna do, I got some heat shrink up here. I'm gonna throw a little bit of heat shrink over them. Probably gonna need something about that size. I'm just gonna cut it in half. Put a half on one side, put another half on another side. There we go. So now we have those terminals protected. Feel a little more comfortable about that. We're going to mount that on that plate, and then probably only need these to be about that long. Quiet in here because I turned the radio off. I hear something beeping. What in the world is beeping? I don't hear it there. It's one of these chargers. I wonder which one it is. I don't know if you can hear that or not. Anyway, let's get back to the project. So let's go grab the cover. I need a Phillips head. Probably would be smart if I disconnected that, and I will when I start working on it. So I need to notch that piece. Honestly, if I just go and kind of come down the middle, I think I'll be okay. And then I got to connect into the one that feeds off to the motor, because when this relay energizes, it pushes power to that motor. That has little ring terminals, so let's put some ring terminals on that wire that we've had over there, and then we're going to notch this here to where that wire will be able to go through it with no problems. Let's do that. I think that size will probably work, but let's go ahead and make sure. I could add some more light over here for you guys, but I think the camera's recording okay. Pull that. Now we don't have any power. Tell you what, let's go to the Lutron app. Where is it at? Right there. There we go. Now we got some light. So we are definitely disconnected. No power on any of that. Let me try to find a place where you guys can sit. Get a flat head. There we go. Yep, the same thing. So we may need to do lugs instead. Nope, this will fit. I don't know if you guys can see, but that screw will fit in there. So yeah, we're going to crimp these onto that wire. I'll go ahead and remove these. And then what I'll do is I'll crimp these, and then I'm going to put them on top just like that when I screw them down. So let's go do that. Yeah, I love these little UFO lights that I've got here in the shop. I'll post a link to the description of these little UFO lights that I have in the shop. As you can see, they are bright. I don't even have this row on. And then also these lights that I'm running here, I love those little lights too. I'll post a link to the description of those as well. You guys are looking for some nice lights for the shop. Those are definitely good lights. Those UFO lights, I actually had to do 3 sets of switches because I'm using those Lutron switches, which are electronic switches. And they're only rated, I want to say 5 amps. And those UFO lights, they draw some current. Yeah, it's a little overkill. Doesn't need to be heat shrinked and all, but alright, next I need to somehow cut a little notch in this. I think we can probably just use some pliers and notch a little V or something. Alright, I'm back. So we're just going to kind of cut up like that. Cut it like that. Give us a little V, and then I'm just going to use a razor knife to kind of clean it up just a tad. I'll put some electrical tape back on this, about where it's going to hit on that plastic. I don't want it to chafe that wire or anything. So ultimately this is going to sit just like that, and then these wires are going to kind of come in through there and connect onto that terminal. We've got that. Let me grab, I can just use this. Got some of this super thick Velcro, some of that mega Velcro. Probably should have tested this first. So what I'm going to do is leave that kind of disconnected for now, and then that way I can go ahead and get this connected, and I can take this top and put on there and run that around kind of like that. So it's actually gonna, yeah, it's gonna kind of sit like that with these wires. In fact, I think what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna tape these wires back up on them just like that and give it even more protection. There we go, just like that. So now I think we're ready to go hook it up. Quick little sidetrack squirrel project. Break up the monotony of cleaning. I forgot the cover. Dang it, guys. Let me run back and get it. Alright, there is our cover. There's our timer. There is our screwdriver. I'm assuming you guys can see me. You guys see this okay? Yep. Alright, so let's take, we're still disconnected. Take that screw out. Make sure those are good and tight. Pretty high current through here, so you definitely don't want it to arc and start burning up your connectors. Pop that on there just like that. Velcro that right there just like that. You guys want to see the connect wire? I'll pop that off and show you. So basically that red wire right there, that black wire right there, I just connected on the output side of this relay. So basically that's what goes into this motor right here. So once the compressor relay calls for it to run, then the hour meter should start racking up some hours. So, and let's see. So that's calling for air, but obviously we need to lose some air. Hey, using a blower to blow off a blower. All right, we've probably drained enough, and now let's just see. I can't tell if it's working or not. What does that say? I don't know. It's going to move pretty slow. 1/10. That would be, what, 6 minutes? So, yeah. I like that little compressor. I got that at Northern Tool. That's an Ingersoll Rand. 90 PSI. This thing will do 18 cubic feet a minute. So, I'm happy with it. It runs pretty much what I need it to run. If you guys haven't seen the video of this is my timer where I just come in and I can hit, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 30 minutes, 60 minutes, 2 hours, 4 hours, and I can basically run this for that length of time, and I don't have to worry about leaving it on or whatever. One thing too, you guys may have heard, when I power this thing on, it releases air out of here. That's my little pressure release, and that keeps the tank from accumulating water. So, all right, guys, we got the hour meter hooked up. We're going to check back on that. So 1/10 of an hour is basically, what, 6 minutes? So every 6 minutes, that should change. It's on 1 now, so we'll keep an eye on that throughout the day because I'm going to be using the air compressor. So 3/10 of an hour. So basically 30 minutes that it's been running. So that's pretty cool.